even as the doors close on the careers of legends at Anfield and Liverpool's hopes in the Champions League, talks of renewal and fresh beginnings were in the air. It was a tough afternoon for everyone, Aston Villa fans aside, in a stadium that itself is undergoing a sort of transition as reality hits home. It's the end of an era, the final farewell to one of Liverpool's great teams. The tears that freely flowed down Roberto Firmino's grey cheeks showed his understanding of the ending, his last game at Anfield. The response from the Kop echoed the same sentiment. And while it may still be mathematically possible for the Reds to secure a high position in European competition next season, the reality is clear. This will be the first full season under Jurgen Klopp's command that the club fails to qualify for the Champions League. Hence, the sadness could be forgiven, and a certain dose of apprehension as well. Can Klopp rise to the same heights again? Will the top players truly want to come to a club that can't offer the best European destinations? But for Virgil van Dijk, it's not about fearing the future. "I'm really excited for the next season," he says when asked about the task ahead. "That feeling came a few months ago when we turned the page." The skipper knows that life in football goes on, even when glorious chapters like Liverpool's recent history come to an end. Even when important players like Roberto Firmino, James Milner, Naby Keita, and Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain depart. But he argues that the new look of Liverpool is already in effect and has shown its potential in a sequence of 7 wins in 7 games before this frustrating draw against Villa. Obviously, there's still a lot of work to do, but the good thing, in this case, is that we have the entire preseason to work on it, and that's definitely the plan. The noises I'm hearing, it's going to be a very intense preseason, with a lot of physical work, but also a lot of tactical work trying to prepare for a challenging season. That's very exciting. The question is, can Klopp work his magic to find the next great generation, discover gems like Sadio Mane or Firmino, or leaders like Milner, without Champions League football? For Van Dijk, there's no doubt. Players go, players come in, and they'll be ready. "I think anyone who can come in and improve us will help the club and push all of us. That's always good," he says. "If I'm an up-and-coming player and I have options to take the next step, and Liverpool comes knocking on my door, then I would be very, very interested. I don't think it will change much if we're not in the Champions League. Everyone knows we're going through a transition, and we'll miss the players who are leaving, not just Bobby. I'll miss each and every one of them. They all played their part, were successful, and are respected. But we have some exciting young players, yes, and that will be the focus next season, to ensure that everyone is ready to contribute, regardless of their age." For Van Dijk, it's the end of an era but far from the end of Liverpool as a force. Subscribe to the Liverpool Beat channel, like and comment on the mid-news and final sections, and don't forget to check out the products we recommend in the description.